Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm not necessarily done day trading for today, but I don't want to keep forcing it unless I see something really worth trading. And right now I don't. So most likely I'm going to walk away. But let's say in 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, I'll be online. I got a call planned in a few hours too. So I'm gonna be online. And if I see something moving, I'll trade it, and I'll be happy to either make another video or talk about it in the Discord. But right now, most likely I'm going to walk away here. I'm just not seeing anything really worth trading in terms of good price action. So I'll talk about these 4 tickers I traded today very briefly, and then I want to wrap up going over Sofi. Like always, guys, the timestamps are in the video description below if you want to kind of pop around a little bit. But let's just start with our biggest loser, PTGX, which ironically is actually the ticker that's up the most on our scanner right here, on our gap scanner. But PTGX was really tricky to trade. The price action was a little bit all over the place. I had a quick front side move here. But I didn't really have any conviction in this area. I didn't really, we've had so many failed tickers that popped up and just sold off the rest of the day that I didn't really have much conviction getting aggressive on this one. I started trading this pullback here. It took profits way too fast, and I traded this pullback, was willing to hold a little bit longer, but it didn't work, and then it was just ranging, and I didn't really trade much else. Let me actually scroll out on the 5-minute, and here's the daily. So this ticker had a huge sell-off, kind of consolidating this area. Now it's a big gap update, but it's stuck in this huge resistance zone. You can really feel it. Every time it pops up, it just gets slammed back down, which makes it very tricky to trade. Like this move is just so random. This price action is really random. And then, big breakout here, but then it ends up faking out as well. So it's easy to give back a lot of profits. I ended up doing a dip trade on this one, but I just took, I closed out my position way too soon because I'm lacking that conviction. I'm not seeing continuation in the market. We see one pop to the upside and then just fade. So honestly, I feel like the best trading you could do right now, if you're day trading like I am, is just blindly buying and just hoping for a pop. I mean, that's literally the best strategy at the moment. And that's why I'm not really getting aggressive. So, small $100 profit day here, which is a total scratch day. I mean, we're trading some of my sizes over $20,000. So the fact that I'm up or down $100 is kind of irrelevant. It's basically a total scratch day. Yeah, so I would like to keep trading, but right now I can't really justify doing any more trading. PTGX also announces a price target here. I really don't care so much for price target news. It's never that exciting. Looks like the FDA lifted clinical hold on its experimental cancer drug, and it is a biotech. But look at this market cap here, $1.6 billion market cap. It's just way bigger than any stock that I'm usually day trading. I like stocks under 500 million. Shares outstanding here, 47 million. Not that bad. That's actually quite all right. But again, just not my classic ticker. So I'm not really super excited about what we're seeing. And yeah, the market open on this ticker was just all over the place. Let's go to ADMS. Sorry about that. Also, big gapper, this ticker. Let's go to the charts. Biotech industry, 365 million market cap. They climbed on acquisition plan, but they're also really getting stuck here in this area near former highs. And acquisition news is really not my favorite to be trading either, but I'm not so focused on the news, as you guys know. So yeah, big grab day, and then kind of faded and consolidated. And usually these tickers that have acquisition moves are just flat, so I'm usually not trading them to begin with. EZFL, let's go to this one. Up $2 on this one. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So EZFL, also a bit of a gap day, but look at this. It's only up 15%. That's tiny. Usually I'm not even trading tickers till they're up 40%. So again, like just not good price action or gap action or anything. So this one up around to this $4 zone, former big resistance in this area. And you can see there was a decent little front side here, but this ticker didn't even pop up in my scanners till right around this area here, because I'm not scanning for stocks below, I think, 15%, so somewhere in this area. And then by the time I was watching it, the run was over. And then I was watching it the open, but I don't know, somehow I didn't get my fill on it, or not even fill. I wasn't even trying to trade it. I just wasn't super interested. And again, kind of weird price action here, not super consistent, no clean front side. This is all technically a range trading here, so not my favorite either. Although last month, if you guys saw my monthly recap, range trading was actually my most profitable. But that kind of more speaks to the overall market we're seeing right now. It's not really my favorite way to trade. It's just the market right now is not giving us those clear front sides. Let's keep going here to NAOV. This is really the only ticker I'm walking away with a little bit of green on. Oh God, yeah. So this ticker sold off about 60% from the highs, give or take. Found some really nice support in this area. This would have been probably a good place to buy on a swing trade. Let's see here, healthcare sector, shares, 24 million shares outstanding, 47 million market cap. This is definitely a ticker that is more in my range of tickers that I want to be trading. I like this one much more in that regard. And actually, let me show you guys. It's been a while since I've talked about this, but if you go to tradejournal.co/connect and you scroll down here to my slides, checklist, and PDF, you'll see this is something we talk about all the time. You know, float. I'm looking for float below 50 million. Sometimes similar to shares outstanding, but the float is usually less because it subtracts when institutions are holding, or it's in some sort of trust or something like that, or the shares are tied up so they can't be sold if there's a certain hold period, like on a new IPO and you're an insider. I'm looking for tickers with a news catalyst, usually deal with a larger company. Those are my favorite. Strong spike history, we want to see a former runner, something that's able to hold its highs, and ideally a blue sky setup, which is, there's not a lot of resistance above. We're over the 180-day simple moving average with room to run, and right now a lot of these tickers don't have that. Fast rate of change, yes, we've been seeing that, and ideally between $2 and $7. That's another thing we just haven't really been seeing. We've been seeing a lot of these like $20, $30, $50, $100 stocks that are gapping and then fading all day long, and it's not my trading style. And I've been having a really hard time nailing those. And really what I'm doing is just trading smaller size right now and kind of being patient for the market to heat up. I really would like to be trading $30, $40, $50,000 share size, and because I've been trading about $10, $15,000 share size like for months, and I've just been waiting for the market to heat up. I'm ready to go, but we're just not getting it. Also, pre-market, I'm looking for tickers to hold above VWAP, 25% max pullback from pre-market highs, ideally up 40% pre-market, and not overtraded pre-market if I'm looking to trade the open. But all these things are they're not lining up. At best, we're getting like 3 of these things. On a hot market, we're getting like 7, 8 of these things kind of checked off. So it's been kind of tough lately for sure. Anyway, let's go back to NAOV. So we had this ticker sell off. This one's definitely in my price range. It has the shares outstanding that I'm looking for. It has the market cap that I'm looking for, but it just has a lot of resistance here, and it has these recent failed spikes that show probably a lot of back holders are on this ticker, and it doesn't have that much relative volume today. It doesn't have high relative volume today, which is another reason to be a little bit suspicious on NAOV for sure. Anyway, this ticker did have a little bit of front side action. Unfortunately, I did trade this little morning panic here, but I sold right away before the pop higher. So I've also had a little bit of timing issues lately as well, and I think a big part of that is my lack of conviction in the overall market. I don't feel like tickers are going to have that fall through, which is kind of biting me in the butt a little bit when they actually do have fall through, but it's rare, and usually taking profits quickly has been the way to go, even though I like really don't want to do that. I really don't like getting super scalpy. I want to be averaging into my winners and riding front sides, but it's been really tricky lately because we don't have front sides that really have continuation. Honestly, looking at NAOV right here, this front side move is probably one of the best front size we've almost seen in a while, and this isn't even that good. Yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts right now on what's going on in the market. And will I keep trading? I would like to, but I'm not sure yet at this point, so I'm going to recap it, and then what I do want to talk about is my IRA here a little bit in our Sofi, and talking about Sofi. So look at QS, sold down back so much. We were up like 3,000 something on QS, and now we're only up 500. But I'm still long QS, if anyone's wondering. Also, always check the Discord. If you guys in the Discord swing trading section under stock day trading, you'll see if I buy or sell any swing trades. That's why I don't make constant videos updating my swing trades. But SoFi right here, this one's nicely leading the pack today. We're up $900 on this one. I have a fairly decent sized position here, around like a $14,000 position size. I'm long 700 shares at $17 overall. So let's actually go to this one. I gotta type it in actually. SoFi. It's not on my scanner because we're only looking where this is our top gainer scanner. I think we start scanning at about 15%. Let me quickly see here, edit top gainers. In case anyone's curious, this is also all this information is in our Discord. 10%, actually 10%. I think pre-market I'm scanning at 15%. So that's why SoFi is not our scanner, because it's up only 8.5%, which is big for a swing trade, for a mid to large cap. What I did want to talk about here on this ticker, why I want to make a video about it today, a very quick technical analysis video, is because we're approaching this huge resistance zone. So this is a zone we came down to, we bounced off of. Actually, this is a pretty decent little bounce here, 17% or so, but then we broke this area, and we actually broke it with kind of light volume. So at first I didn't think it was super significant, that's why I was kind of buying here, but then it pulled off even more. And wait, I'm in the IRA account, and I started accumulating more and more. Eventually we had a retest here, and then we sold off again, and I kept on accumulating this one. We popped back up and we sold off again. So, you know, former support, new resistance, a second retest of resistance, and now we're looking for that breakout. We don't have super high relative volume today, but the day is really young. So we might get a breakout here at 17.7, maybe 18, and then we'll see if we can run. I would like to see this go back to $20 and really continue a front side from there. It looks like we put in a little bit of a base, which I'm quite optimistic on. SoFi was a big 50% winner originally. We bought it before the merger, and then we sold a little bit. Wait, that was right after the merger? No, we sold, yeah, right after the merger when it popped up here. I took my profits with the intention of buying back. That's why I started buying back in this area. I didn't get a full size yet, but now I'm kind of approaching a closer full size. To me, a full size would be, you know, around $15,000. So we're just shy of a full size position on SoFi. If it did sell off, I would probably be happy to buy more. I think my IRA right now is maxed out, unfortunately, with the other tickers, but most likely I will be selling some of those tickers at some point, but I'm not sure if we're going to keep buying into SoFi. But right now I'm just kind of sitting, waiting for this break of 18 and then a continuation back. Next big resistance zone is obviously going to be $20. We had some retests in this area, breakout, pullbacks in this area, retest. We had a breakout and then a fake out in this area. So $20 is a really significant zone. It's also one of those whole dollar zones, right? 10, 20, 30, 40. Those are always really significant human psychological zones that people are looking at, right? Are we going to be above 20? Are we going to be below 20, right? It's always like one of those really simple areas to remember. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what are your targets on SoFi? Have you been holding it as long as I have? Because this feels like a lifetime for me. Most of my trades are like 2 to 3 minutes. Obviously that's day trading. When I'm swing trading, I'm always looking for about an eight week horizon. So two months, sometimes a little past 2 months. But if I take a swing trade and I close it the next day, that's also fine. It's not so much about the time. I like to give myself time so I don't stress myself out, but it's really about the price targets. Are my targets being reached? And if it's on a big front side move, a total fresh front side move, which we don't really see here on this one at all, but sometimes you'll have a ticker just, you know, creeping up on the front side, and those I try to let run as long as possible. So just follow your strategy. As long as the ticker is going on my strategy, I don't care so much about the time frame, but as long as it's following strategy, right? And right now, SoFi, and this is what I was just looking at here and got a little distracted, is following that strategy. So we kind of came to this rounded bottom. We held our lows. We're kind of accumulating into this area, and now I'm waiting for this one to pop back to the upside. And I may consider taking some profits near resistance zones, but I don't think I'm going to take profits near 20. I would really like to see a former high being made, or the price get to a former high, and that's what I'd be looking for in this area, about $22.5 to $25, because this is going to be a big time shoulder that's going to be tough to break, and it might be nice to take some profits in this area. So if we run into this area, take some profits, and then maybe buy back on a pullback and see if we can get some continuation from there. Now it's a really rough plan, and who knows if it's going to happen, but that's just me always trying to think ahead. What would I like to see, and how I would want to trade accordingly? Would I cut losses on SoFi? Probably. If we had a big break of 15, especially a really strong sell-off, I would definitely sell, especially on a retest of 15. Otherwise than that, I will be holding for this, for the foreseeable future. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, that's all for this video. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. It's the easiest way to support the channel. If you're totally new, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you part of our journey. We're over $100,000 in trading profits. Next mark, 500,000, then hopefully we'll see that million. Yeah, that's all for now, guys. I'll see you then first thing tomorrow morning. Like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.